Hello and welcome to Manga 96, and today we're going to talk about Arifureta Shokugyou de Sekai Saikyou. Today's topic will be the hopeless pervert and the bucked rabbit. We'll take a closer look on what the dragon and the rabbit are capable of, as there is no room for damsels in distress in a demon king's harem. As well, closely examine their relationship with each other. But before we start, here's the spoiler warning, as we spoil a lot of things in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you go and read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. For everyone else, let's start with a hopeless pervert. Being over 500 years old, Tio is an extremely knowledgeable and intellectual individual with immense wisdom. She is the first among Hajime's party to realize the great labyrinths are trials meant to better prepare challengers for the sake of defeating Echt, even considering what the trials themes are based on what she is told about them before exploring them firsthand. She is considered the smartest member of Hajime's companions, with even Hajime respecting her insight and opinion. Being a dragonman, she possesses superhuman levels of physical capabilities even in her human form. In her dragon form, all of Tia's physical abilities increase to monstrous levels. She is far stronger than the average human strength in her human form. Her strength is even greater than humans, including who are blessed with physical abilities and demons. She can easily fire Donner while controlling its recoil. She can also lift other humans over her head without any effort. In her true form as a dragon, it is stated that her strength surpasses her grandfather Adul Klarus, who was stated to be the strongest dragonman in her village. She is capable of fighting an army of ash dragons by herself. Her strength can even severely injure Fried, the supposedly strongest member of Garland. Tio has great speed in both her human and dragon forms. In her dragon form, she can easily traverse the distance of the Green Vulcan to the Dukedom of Anjaki despite her injuries. She is also faster than the mounted animals such as wyverns, as she catches up to Fried while riding his wyvern so quickly. After living on Earth, she is shown to be capable of flying faster than the speed of sound by combining her dragonification and pain conversion. She also studied the aerodynamics of Earth jets in order to utilize them for her own flying. In her human form, Tio has proven to be quite sturdy, which is enhanced by her being a masochist, as she turns pain into pleasure. She especially possesses a high heat tolerance, as she could maintain a calm composure in the Grand Gruen Volcano, where the extreme heat increased with each level. In her dragon form, Tio's durability is considered one of her strongest points, being famous in her village for her unbreakable scales. She was able to take several brutal attacks from many of Hajime's weapons, including when she was whipped by Yue for her perverted nature. Having trained for 5 centuries, she is a powerful hand-to-hand fighter, both in her human form and dragon form. She was considered the strongest in the Dragonman village before leaving, being said no one there could match her in a fight. Being the strongest member of the already powerful Dragonmen, Tio possesses incredible levels of mana. Her mana is even more superior than normal mana blessed humans and demons. She is also extremely skilled and experienced veteran master of magic. While not to the same degree as Yue, she can cast large-scale magic spells and use small ones with excellent control. With over 500 years of experience in practicing magic, Tio has accumulated immense knowledge of different magics. During the battle to protect the town of Ur from 60,000 monsters, she was able to wipe out thousands of monsters with a few powerful spells without transforming into her dragon form, impressing Hajime in the process. As for some of her original spells, Dragon God Manifestation is a spirit and metamorphosis composed magic, using spirit magic, magic-clad alignment that aligned the soul with magic so that the body could wear the magic itself, with the highest class flame magic, World Destroy Flame Wave, and the highest class wind magic, Sky Miracle, and adding to those the metamorphosis magic 6-7, demon transformation, secret medicine, strengthen the body, sublime magic, and then the pain conversion. It was the ward skill, a charismatic magic dragonification. Only after using all of those at the same time, this ultimate skill of Tio could be activated. Black Dragon God Authority, a spirit and metamorphosis composed magic that could transform creatures into black dragons by roaring. In order to use it, Theo needs to have stocked up power from using pain conversion too, and then the targets need to be creatures that are biologically similar to dragons. Furthermore, by using an arrangement of Divine Statement and God Dragon's Word Soul, it can awaken their dragon instincts. And lastly, Dragon King Corpse Life Army. Spirit and metamorphosis composed magic, this magic uses Theo's own blood and scales as the medium, where the soul magic, Dragon Soul Reproduction, and metamorphosis magic 6th Heaven, Demon's Transformation, were applied on the monsters' corpses to create black dragons. By offering flesh and blood, making use of corpses, it creates a new army in addition. The creation dragon were all black dragon with an evil and atrocious appearance that could be mistaken as an evil dragon. Moving on to Shea. Being a rabbit man, Shea has a heightened sense of hearing due to her rabbit ears. She is usually the first of her group to sense when someone or something is coming, even beating Hajime in this area. She even has greater hearing than even the other rabbit men. Originally, she wasn't physically strong, but could use body strengthening magic to increase her physical strength to monster's level, be around 60% of Hajime's own strength after Yue trained her. Over time, Shea's natural physical strength had grown enough for her to overpower most trained fighters and monsters without using body strengthening. Similarly, her ability to increase her own strength has grown even more fearsome, being capable of pulverizing most things into dust with her hammer. She defeated Hearst and freed her fellow apostles with her hammer despite being outnumbered. It has gotten to the point where she can even physically restrain Hajime with ease, albeit he does not resist her in the first place. Shea was already quite fast to begin with, having to run away from soldiers and monsters before meeting Hajime and Yue. After learning body strengthening, she could increase her speed enough to keep up with Hajime and Yue in the Great Resin Labyrinth, where she further sharpened her reflexes against all of Mildy's traps. Even Hajime's powerful classmates couldn't keep up with Shea on foot. She's grown fast over time to the point where she could keep up with apostles. After accompanying Hajime to Earth, she continues to train herself to the point where she can dodge and even catch normal bullets with little trouble, much to Hajime's charging. While she was originally very vulnerable due to being a member of the weakest beastman species, she later became much more durable and more difficult to injure thanks to her body strengthening magic. She is capable of enduring combined elemental attacks from an elite demon squadron. After much battles and training, she was able to endure US Lightning Dragon. Albeit Hajime's artifact took most of the damage, so it's debatable whether or not her body is actually capable of withstanding an attack of the caliber. Even though the hammer took most of the damage, she took multiple fatal wounds each time a spell hit her. Due to her enhancements of body strengthening magic as well as her continuous training and battle experience, she has acquired immense stamina, being capable of fighting for a greater period of time without tiring. She has grown highly proficient in wielding her massive warhammer Druken in combat. After 10 days of training with Yue, she was able to put a scratch on the vampire, thus she did admit it was slightly hit on her part. She has continued to improve her mastery of Druken since she started training with Hajime and Yue, playing a large part in defeating Mildy's golems. When the demons invaded the Haulia kingdom, Shea single-handedly decimated a majority of Reed's army that consisted of highly skilled demon mages as well as legions of incredibly powerful monsters. Her fighting skills eventually reached the point where she can fight a serious Yue on equal footing, shocking Yue and the others with her feats. Alongside Hajime, she could also handle fighting multiple apostles, shocking them at how powerful she was. While she never fought until she met Hajime and Yue, Shea has grown into a highly capable martial artist. She can defeat larger and more experienced opponents with her bare hands. She has shown to be a fast learner when it comes to martial arts, being able to master other people's techniques just from watching them. She has been considered stronger barehanded than when she is wielding a weapon. Shea is especially skilled at wrestling moves, being able to restrain Hajime himself albeit he does not resist, and Hajime in base form has noted that he can catch a fully strengthened Shea strike, so this is more for comedic effect. She has grown into a capable shooter compared to Hajime's pinpoint shooting style. Shea specializes in barging her enemies with shotgun shots and missiles. Due to her rabbit-man nature, she excels in presence manipulation. She is able to accompany Hajime, who has the hidden presence skill and is also an expert at cloaking his presence, and along with Yue, who can use special magic infiltrating the whole Shea Empire, prisoned without altering anyone. While she rarely uses swords, she is surprisingly skilled with them when she needs to. Many times, Shea has described she understood something out of gut feelings. She has likewise figured out how to adapt herself to different environments by relying on her instincts. Unlike normal beastmen, she possesses mana and the ability to manipulate it. Her mana has been shown to be incredibly powerful to boot. This is usually displayed by how much she can increase her physical abilities by using body strengthening. As she continued to conquer labyrinths alongside Hajime, her mana has grown increasingly stronger. Despite being an atavist, Shea possesses no talent for most forms of magic. Even after gaining ancient magics, she can only use them on her body. However, she makes up this shortcoming by using to enhance her already monstrous physical abilities, making her attacks more devastating than before. She also uses them to improve her defenses, making her harder to damage. As for her main weapon, Villageuken, the upgraded version of Shea's original Juken that was created after the original was destroyed during her first encounter against Echt. It was made by Hajime and could turn into a 100-ton hammer. It is later upgraded into a spirit instrument after Shea's adventure in the star spirit world after moving to Earth, by incorporating soul fragments of the world's divine spirits. With this upgraded Virstruken, Shea has gained an increased wide range annihilation power that she has long desired, rivaling even Yue. As for some modes that she has access to, first we have the mode Oros, which allows Juken to control the earth and send shockwaves throughout the ground. Then we have mode Soare, allowing Juken to control fire and sunlight, sending out waves of flames. Mode Udar allows Juken to control thunder and to send out bolts of lightning at whatever Shea wishes. Mode Barahu allows Juken to control ice, sending out freezing waves and icicle attacks. Mode Enti allows Juken to control air, sending out wind blasts and tornadoes. Mode Meres allows Juken to control water, sending out tidal waves and air currents. And lastly, Mode Lalila, which allows Juken to control darkness, sending out shadows and darkness spears that, while physically in nature, can pierce eternal enemies that lack corporal forms. As for the relationship between Shea and Tio, like everyone else, Shea considers Tio to be a huge pervert, but also uses her to be the wisest and most composed of her companions. When Shea was on an unofficial date with Hajime, she says that she likes Tio in spite of her being a pervert. Shea sees a lot of her mother in Tio and feels safe whenever she is around. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on Tio and Shea. And that will be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.